Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Adejare and I'm your anchor of Property Matters. Property Matter is a real estate YouTube talk show where we expose you to everything you need to know about real estate investment and property development here in the beautiful city of Lagos, Nigeria. After watching this particular educative guide, you can also check some of our playlists here. I can assure you that you're going to find value. Do well to subscribe to this channel, like our video, drop your comments and share with your loved ones, because a Property Matter, our aim is to ensure that you don't lose a dime to any form of real estate investment that you're making in Lagos, Nigeria. We've talked extensively on how you can identify a fraudulent real estate developer. We've also talked extensively on how you can identify a fraudulent real estate transaction. So do well to subscribe and I'll see you after the short commercial. Don't go nowhere. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about why the middle class may not be able to afford real estate 5 years from today. Of course, our area of emphasis is in Lagos as well. So why do you think the middle class will not be able to afford, or why do I think that the middle class will not be able to afford real estate in Lagos 5 years from today? Because I have my facts, I have my statistics. It's of course you're also open to your own scrutiny and your own conclusion as well. Now, when we talk about investing in Lagos, now because of the fact that people do not understand the indices, they don't understand the statistics, and of course, many people are still undermining the great importance of the Lagos real estate market. A lot of people are turning blind eyes and, of course, turning blind eyes and deaf ears to investing in Lagos, which obviously is an error that will be costly if they don't choose. If they choose not to invest now. So, why Lagos? And why people may struggle to have to, afford a property in Lagos. Now, let's talk about the statistics. Presently, right now, statistics shows that we have over 20 million. Now, that obviously is the official statistics. And of course, you and I know that there have not been any conduct of a population census that can actually give us the actual figure. So this simply means that the figure may even be higher owing to some circumstances that are not feasible at now. So we have over 20 million people in Lagos, and this was the report that was given by Lagos State government. So Lagos State government estimates the housing need of every Lagosian to be 720,000. Yes, so that means for the Lagos to actually meet the housing demand, they have to constantly do a 720,000 housing units every year to meet the housing demand, which you and I know that many of them will struggle to meet up. Now, why am I giving you the statistics? You need to understand basically that out of beef, out of annoyance, some people don't like Lagos, and many people have come to the conclusion that Lagos State real estate is overhyped. Now, my dear brothers and sisters watching this in the diaspora, we are the ones doing real estate in Lagos, so we can tell you that the facts and the statistics are crazy. Lagos is not overhyped. Lagos obviously is a place of value. So why will the middle class struggle to afford? The first thing is inflation on the cost of building materials. Now, you know very well that the inflation has impacted significantly the affordability of real estate in Lagos. That is an obvious fact. Now, it was very, very surprising that as at two years ago, a 40 million naira will buy you comfortably a duplex in Adejare Ademola axis. Now, the reality, according to the inflation and the beauty of statistics right now, and of course real estate activities in Lagos, shows that 40 million will even struggle to get you an apartment in the Bejuleki. What has happened? Number one, inflation. Number two, urbanization. Number three, population growth. So the thing basically is that the inflation rate in Nigeria rose from 28.92% as of December 2023, and right now is over 30-something%. In fact, I can't give you an estimate because there are tendencies that by the time you are watching this video, the 30-something% might even have gotten to maybe 35 or even close to 40. Now, if you notice price hikes in building, in the prices of building, in the prices of landed properties, don't blame the developer. The reality here is that inflation affects the construction of building materials. Now, if you now say that because it is expensive now, you don't want to invest. Now, let me tell you the truth. the present cost that you are seeing will be the least you ever see. Imagine what the present cost will be 2 years from today, 3 years from today, 5 years from today. You now see the reason why I come to the conclusion that 5 years from today, the middle class may not be able to afford property. That is number one. The second thing basically is that we have high demand of properties and limited supply. Now, the first thing I need you to understand basically is that Lagos is a coastal city, and properties are always in high demand. Now, what drives the cost of demand and supply in Lagos basically is that now, with the average population of 20 million and still counting, there is severe shortage, and this is why properties in Lagos is high. Now, the people that are building, now when we talk about constructing to meet the real estate demand of people, you need to understand that 70% of people who are in the real estate industry in Nigeria are building to make money. They are not building because they want to do humanitarian services or they want to give you house at the price. And that's why sometimes mortgage is not working in Nigeria. Mortgage project, because the thing basically is that it doesn't make sense for me to spend millions to build a house and I will not allow you to spread payment for several years. That's why mortgage has failed to work. And that is why you need to understand basically that as time goes on, the situation will definitely get out of hand. So we have more high demand and limited supply, and that is why properties are very, very expensive. Now, like I said, to meet up the housing need of people, according to Lagos State statistics, government must construct 720,000 houses. Presently, right now, as demand for houses is increasing, is affecting the price significantly. The cost of construction and every other thing is a factor of high demand, limited supply. And that's why sometimes if you see a building, do not say I'm not coming to Nigeria. You definitely don't have to come to Nigeria. You can have your house rent, make good money, sell, flip. There are a lot of things. We have videos on how you can maximize your real estate investment, because the thing is that if you wait till when you want to come, the point basically is that you may not be able to afford the current price, because you see there is no regulation. So Lagos real estate is being the what? Demand. So the higher the demand, of course, you know, the higher the prices. Now, another reason why real estate will not be affordable for the middle class is the continuous rate of rural and urbanization. Now, urbanization right now has affected drastically the population, because people are trooping to Lagos every day. As far as some people are concerned, Lagos is a land of endless opportunities, and some people believe that the moment I step my feet in Lagos, I don't make them. You know the way we think. So basically, now the urbanization has made real estate unaffordable. Imagine how it will be 2 years from today, 3 years from today, 5 years from today. So if you think you are buying bushes, you're not buying bushes, so you are buying the next town, because you see, population is spreading, people are migrating, and presently right now, the reason why we have larger concentration of people in Ibejuleki basically is that some set of people right now cannot afford to pay rent in Aja, not even talk of Lekki. Presently right now, Lekki, there are some places, if you want to rent 2-bedroom apartment, it's 6 million per year. Tell me the earning capacity, who can afford to pay that? So people are moving. So there was a particular time where Ibejuleki were bushes and deserted area. Right now, as I'm talking to you right now, there are larger concentration of people, despite the fact that it is flooding in some areas of Ibejuleki. Some people will not live because that is where their income can afford to pay the rent. Now imagine what will happen as people begin to migrate to Ekpe, because there are no notable flooding situation on Ekpe because of the topography of Ekpe. So urbanization right now will make real estate unaffordable for the middle class, and that is why you need to understand that as urbanization continues to grow, the demand follows the suit. Now, the change in income also necessitates the change in lifestyle. Now, some people say, I've stayed in the Ibejuleki for now, I think it's time for me to move. That can only be possible if there is a change in income, like you can afford to pay, and of course, afford that luxurious lifestyle in some places like Lekki, Abramadesanya, Shongotedo, and the like. So, the change in income will necessitate that people move. Now, the movement of people is a clear evidence of what? Urbanization. And as this continues to happen repeatedly, it will have drastic impact on the prices of housing. So these are some of the things you need to know. So the demand is very, very important. Now, why I also think, okay, that the middle class may not also be able to afford real estate in Lagos 5 years from today is in the place of what we call capital appreciation. Now, I'm going to give an instance of what has happened in some of the places I've inspected. Right now, Lagos is a vibrant community where we have places like entertainment, cinemas, malls, businesses, factories. Now, that is not to say that other states across the federation don't have this. Of course they do, but you know basically that they will say that if you have not arrived in Lagos you have not yet arrived. Well, that obviously is a general saying which does not mean it is true. But the capital, it is very important to note that the Lagos state real estate market is characterized with significant appreciation. 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to buy a plot of land in Efe for 380,000 2 years ago. And imagine if I had bought acres. Now, I'm using this Efe as a case study because of the fact that this is what I can relate with as at that time. As I'm talking to you right now, 5 million naira cannot get you a property in that same place. This is what the Lagos state real estate market promises you. This is the assurance that you get if you're investing in Lagos. Now, imagine someone that is earning 380,000 naira and you're taking him to that place in Efe to go and buy property. Will that person be able to afford it? And this is just a space of 2 years. Imagine what will be the worth of that property 5 years from today. Now, when it comes to real estate investment in Lagos, capital appreciation. So the Lagos state market is capitalized by capital appreciation, and historically property in Lagos have seen an upward movement in the prices. I said trajectory. So the trajectory of the Lagos real estate market is characterized by appreciation. Now, the reason why this appreciation is so much insane and unbelievable is that at the moment, I've said this before and I'm going to keep saying it again for every real estate investor that is watching this video, there's no regulatory body that is regulating the prices. Government are not involved in real estate. In fact, even some projects that the Lagos state government have constructed are also selling for millions. So if government are selling for millions, how much do you think the private real estate developers will sell? So it's a case of who can afford it. It's a case of, so that is why I said in one of my videos that 70% of Lagos residents are tenants while the 30% are landlords. Now, that is not to say that people who are renting house in Lagos do not have their own property. Some may have in other states like Mobe, Ibadan, Abeokuta and the like. But because of the fact, okay, that their businesses are here, their families are here, their children educational centers are here, that is why a lot of people say, okay, fine, let me rent so I can attend to my family. And that is why sometimes during the festive period, a lot of people travel because that's where their property is. So you need to understand basically is that in the growing economy, there is always a demand. In the growing economy, capital appreciation is guaranteed. And that is why you see when you look at the highbrow areas like the Magodo, the Ikeja, the Lekki Phase 1, Banana Island, the Koyi and the likes, you find out that the prices of properties have not dropped. Instead, they are appreciating at an uncontrollable rate. So acquiring real estate Lagos, acquiring property in Lagos is not just buying space. You are not just buying space. What are you doing? You are acquiring and securing an asset that will grow over the years. That's a fact. You are not just buying space. You are not just buying land. You are buying an asset that will grow as time goes on. So if you know you don't earn much and you still know the desire to invest in Lagos, there are several factors, but these are the few factors I want to explain because of our time. Now, if you know you don't earn much, but you can afford to key into any of an investment. Now, why am I saying this? Now, the thing is that when it comes to investment, a lot of people will come online and bring all sorts of investment. So when I'm talking about investment, I need to make some important clarifications so that you will not be misled. Now, what makes a good investment? Number one, the integrity of the seller. Number two, the title of the property. Number three, having the necessary papers and approvals that has been requested by government. Number four, a good development plan that will ensure that your property will not be abandoned. Now, if an investment can pass through these four important things, invest in it. If it is a deposit you can do, just commit yourself to something, maybe off plan with these four characteristics, landed property with these four characteristics. Do it, stretch yourself. Just make sure you afford, you just, you own something in Lagos, so that by the time you are close to retirement, you will know that your own retirement, wherever you are across the world, is guaranteed, because you have multiple investments that is giving you return, rent, short lets, flipping, and the like. So this is the reason why the middle class may not afford Lagos 5 years from today. Now, there are other investment alternative destinations, like places like the Asaba, the Abeokuta, the Ibadan. Now, are they good investment destination for real estate investors? Yes, they are. They are. Of course, I also explore those locations, but I mean investments are in Lagos. Now, when you look at the trajectory of development, look at now the Badagry deep seaport is coming up. So Lagos alone has three: the deep seaport at Ibejuleki, the one at Apapa, and of course Badagry. No state has that kind of record now. The refinery, the Dangote refinery is working. Lagos will also have two airports: the one at Ikeja and the proposed one at Ibejuleki. There is the coastal road that is going on, the Lekki-Epe road that is almost completed. Now, look at these facilities. When all these things becomes functional 5 years from today, and you don't own a property in Lagos, ask yourself the question: will you be able to afford it? If an average land in Ibejuleki now is almost selling for 200 million, what will happen in 5 years from today? Until I come your way in another insightful and of course impactful session of Property Matters, do well to subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.